Good for his completion percentage, good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Chiefs at 10-5 to start play. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Hey, Ridley.
Inside give to Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Mahomes now on the sneak. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Elliott, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the side. They didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. Here's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort turned it into a successful play.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, now Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. that is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He's got a man complete. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson under pressure, and they got to him again. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
It's third and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, third and long now. Here's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it's Chiefs football, first and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
15. 57 color. 57 color. Hey, 15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got him in. Complete. And they got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, 43, 15.
Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. That's caught left side by Hardman. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play. And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Yellow.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll run with Elliott. And room there to work it inside the 25. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Forced out to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want them drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. On 1st down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed, and he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL run...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Second and goal from the 1. Mahomes takes it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And now here is another interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into Danger Russ. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And returning it, here's now a hit and a loose football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. 3rd quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. here's Mahomes. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. On third down, Elliott. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 75 yards. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Beck. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 2nd down, Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. This offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Williams going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the line. Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. 4th and goal, and they just tell the leader of this offense to sneak it in there, and he got it done.
Yeah, all you're trying to do is follow the wedge that's created in front of you. Center, guards, tackles, just get low, fire out, and you get low right behind them and get it over the goal line.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now McManus for the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
That would be a pretty amazing comeback. But we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, it's Mahomes. A dump off to Elliott. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just... Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it?